Hello, everyone. Welcome to Allie's channel. I'm Allie, CG's mistress of the dark and resident velociraptor, and I'm here super unexpectedly to surprise you with the spookiest thing of all, the thing that scares me most of anything, and that is outer space. And thank you, some person. Jason Black made it for me with AI, which is why it's unpleasant. Now, everyone, welcome the creator of Outlaw Nights. Introduce yourself.
What is up, y'all? It is Ben, aka the Fuse Box, and I am so happy to be here with you. And why does outer space scare you?
What do you mean, why?
What's so scary about it?
Okay, first of all, it's humongous.
Yeah.
There's no air. Everything is huge. Just the vastness of space and the words of the what is it, the freaking Hitchhiker's Guide. Two base bros watching, says Snifu. Nice. That explains the cold feeling of a void emanating from it. Exactly. But also, the thing that is sort of tied into my fear of outer space is the concept of time dilation.
I have no idea what that is.
You don't know what time dilation is, and you're writing a sci-fi comic?
Well, it's a space opera more than a sci-fi, you know.
Isn't it? Okay, what's the difference?
Space opera is more like space and outer, different planets. That's mostly just the setting. I don't get into the science of it all. I don't really get into the physics of how things work. It's a drama, and its setting, its backdrop is outer space.
I see.
So it's like
Wow.
Star Wars would be more of a space opera, whereas Star Trek is more of a sci-fi.
Okay. Well, then I guess it's fine that you don't know about time dilation because I'm going to give you a pass because I'm nice. But the thing about time dilation is it is the scariest shit ever. Okay? So, time dilation basically is that when so say you go out into space, right? And you leave your twin on Earth, okay? And you travel to fucking, I don't know, Mars, all right? You stay on Mars 2 months. When you come back after those 2 months, on Earth, your twin, and I don't know the exact numbers, but your twin is like 5 years older than you.
Oh shit, that sounds
Even
awesome.
though you've only aged 2 months. And the chat probably knows that the calculation specifically better than I do, so I apologize. But that's the basic gist. You can be out in space, and time is moving normally for you. But on Earth, everything feels like it's relativity. Time is
It
relative.
makes sense. Like the Earth going around the sun, and like when you're on a different planet, you're at a different distance from the sun.
No, that's not what it is.
Well, shit.
It's it's the relativity of time. You're still aging the same, but time is relative. So okay, so all right, for example, there's this book called The Forever War, and it's the scariest book I've ever read personally. It's the one that made me afraid of time dilation, because in The Forever War, hi Dean, hello Edwin, welcome you guys, thank you for hanging out. So in the Forever War, this guy goes to war in space with these like bug things or something. They're aliens, right? Anyway,
Nice.
and when he comes back, and he fights in the first battle, right? We win it. He comes back to Earth, and it's been, I think like, I think it's like 10 years for the first time when he comes back. It's been 10 years on Earth, but it's only been like a year for him. So he feels strange and out of place, but like he doesn't know, what to do. So he's like, well, I'm still, conscripted. I'll just go back up. So he's sent a little further away. Now this time he's gone for I think like 30 years or something. But for him,
dang.
it's only 2 years. So he goes back, and a bunch of people he knows has died. His mom is really old, and she's a lesbian now. Like, the moon is colonized. And he doesn't feel like he belongs on Earth at all. And and while all this is going on, other battles have been going on in other places between us and these people. So he's fought in 2 battles, but the war itself has had like 5,000 battles.
Good Lord.
So he leaves again one more time, and he's gone like 5 years or something. Maybe 10, I don't know. It's longer, right? By the time that he gets back to Earth, it's been like 1,000 years. And humanity has evolved past needing to do war. But it was already fought. Like peace was already negotiated like 700 years before the final battle that he just fought. And he's only 15 years older. But now at this point, he can't even procreate with any humanity because it's evolved past him. So him and the one girl that is left that was on like in his battalion, they're the only humans as we know it that are left.
But if
so
I thought you were saying that like you age normally.
Yeah, he
it's just
has
that
aged
the passage
normally.
of time is different, but then wouldn't he be dead?
No, because it's relative to where he is. So to him, he aged normally. Earth aged normally, but because of outer space and the speed of light, they aged differently. That's part of why it's only possible to time travel forward.
Well, then this is the secret to immortality.
Well, I guess sort of you could. So anyway, in the end, like they gave the new humanity gives him like a new planet that him and this woman can now like populate and have, and they're like, thank you for your sacrifice 1,000 years ago. You're the very last one. So he fought in the very last battle and the very first battle. He was the last veteran of this war that basically lasted forever, but he only fought in like 4 battles.
Good Lord. This is a mind pretzel.
That shit is why a lot of sci-fi just totally ignores time dilation. Or they have to make something up like space folding, or Z-space like Animorphs did. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Also, hey, William Perdomo's here saying that he always thought space was gay.
I mean, space is kind of fluid, it kind of decides where it wants to go.
Space fluid.
Yeah, it's like some days it goes by some pronouns, some days it goes by another set of pronouns.
What?
It's gender fluid. It does whatever it wants to do.
I don't know about that. Darko says he's already
Thank you so much.
acting Outlaw Nights. Oh no. Okay, talk. I have a dry spot.
See, there have been so many "that's what she said" jokes that I've been just letting go by. I think I've now taken over the show. What's going on, chat?
I needed to cough.
Okay. I thought I offended you and you were just like, yeah, I'm done.
No, I have a dry spot in my throat. And I need to cough. Like it very suddenly just was like, hey, Allie, do you like talking? And I was like, yeah. And it was like, oh, too bad. Oh my god. I'm a failure at being alive. I just want everyone to know.
I mean, I haven't met many people who do it well.
Oh my gosh. Sheesh. Most Def has some fluid. Needs some medium out there. I don't get that one.
I made a joke. I was saying how earlier there were so many "that's what she said" jokes that I just kind of let go. I just let them go by. And so I think
From
William
me?
was yes.
Really?
There were a lot of "that's what she said" moments that I was so ready to do the "that's what she said." And I was like, "No. No. I'm going to let it go."
Why?
Because I'm a gentleman.
That's stupid. Don't let those slip by.
It's hard. That's what she said.
There you go. See? Don't let those slip by. Dean
That's
says
also what
Outlaw
she said.
Nights looks good, but it needs a Dean James cover.
I totally would be so down for that. The biggest issue I've got right now is finances, which is why I'm crowdfunding.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got all the line art is done, pending some further edits that I'm going to be given. Our artist is Juanito, who worked on Dwarves vs. Lions. And I love the work he's done. And so, yeah, I need some funding to get the coloring and the lettering and to produce the damn thing. But, you know, I would love to get, hell, I mean, I want to get as many covers as I can afford.
You heard him, Dean. Slide in those DMs. I don't know. Or don't. I don't know how you guys want to do that, but apparently Space needs a Dean James cover.
I would agree.
Snafu, you just described me and Dean at Constantinopolis. Will knows. Welcome, Simple Jack. Space
I
is
loved your
truly
movie.
gay without a Dean James cover. So gay, in fact, that it becomes gay.
Wow.
Allie is Bayonetta. I have been told that that's the video game character I look most like.
I can see it.
I think it's mainly just the haircut and the glasses and the pale.
Yeah.
But
And I could see you using guns that way.
what, with magic and hair?
Yeah, and I just, you know, with your personality, I could see you putting a gun in somebody's face.
Oh, absolutely. But the time that I did have a gun in my face, I did not have the ability to put a gun back in the guy's face. So I just pushed him instead.
Good Lord.
What?
I thought I had stories.
What do you mean you thought you had stories?
I've never been held up at gunpoint.
Oh, I wasn't held up. Like, I was at a friend's house and she was afraid because her roommates' friends were drunk, like, and tormenting her. So she was like, "Help me move out tonight." So I went over and I was helping her move out, and the guy came back, and it was like two guys, and they were both drunk, like wasted. Should not have been in a car. And they started pounding on the door, and they're like, "Where's our phone? Where's our phone?" And I was like, "Do you know where the phone is?" Like, to my friend. And she was like, "No, I don't know. They're my roommate's friends. I don't have their phone, and they're drunk, and I'm scared." And I was like, "Okay." So I went out, and then I opened the door, and I was like, "Look, you need to leave, or we're going to call the police. We don't have your phone. Go sleep it off. Come back tomorrow when her friend is here." And the guy just like dialed it up to 11 and just pulls out his friggin' little pistol gun and just points it at me. But he's all drunk, so it's
Jesus.
like wavery. And I was like, no. It was scary, but like he was wasted, so I wasn't scared. I don't know.
Damn.
That's why I just like he waved the gun up, and then I pushed him, and the porch was made of untreated wood, so, and it was the dead of winter, so it was all like wet and icy. So when I pushed him, he slipped very easily. The gun flew and landed in the snow, and he hit his head on the wooden like railing, and blood went like everywhere.
Good God.
But it like froze. I took a bunch of pictures of the blood because I was like, "Yay!" Like after he left, I took pictures, but I have him somewhere. Maybe someday I'll post him because it's a fun story. But he like his friend got out and like they staggered away, and I called the police and told them where the gun was, and they took the gun, and I helped my friend leave.
Damn.
It's not really that exciting of a story, I guess. The funnest part was the blood that just like spilt from his head, because you know head wounds bleed a lot.
Damn.
What?
I mean, I'm from New Orleans, and I've never had anything that fun happen.
What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, we're the murder capital of the country.
Oh, you are?
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
We're so used to it.
Apparently Will loves the little blank Juanito bastard. That's cool.
Yeah.
Dean, I'm not a witch, Dean. Fuck. Will maintains that I look more like John Romita Sr., hussy version of Mary Jane, and that's a compliment. And he has maintained that for years now, which is fine. Despite the fact that my hair is not red, I do have a red wig. I'll let you guys guess if I'm wearing it or not. When is Dean immigrating to Florida? Snafu needs a drinking buddy.
Nice.
Hey, Sooner, welcome. Sooner Gum! Dean's never going to Florida because Disneyland is a lie. What does Disneyland have to do with anything? Snafu is right, it's Disney World, tard. Chad is saying you're not.
Well, that was the lie.
Oh, I guess. Michael wants to see the blood pics right now. They're buried in, like, friggin', I don't even know, just ancient folders from old Facebooks. I'll find them sometime and post them. Dean is on the prison continent, it's true. You could even say he's from there. But anyway, back to space. There's guns in your space book, right?
Yes, there are. There's quite a few.
Tell us about your space guns.
Well, Outlaw Nights is a space opera taking place in the 31st century. Humanity has begun colonizing into outer space, and history is very much repeating itself as the nations of Earth are all at each other's throats, competing over territory and resources. It's the discovery of the New World 2.0 with way more distance to cover. They've been trying to do the Big Brother thing for a while, but they can't because it's just there's too much space. So as a result, you got a bunch of colonies that are vying for independence. You got a bunch of colonies that are already independent. And there's been a lot of bloodshed. We're about 10 years in the wake of World War III. And in the midst of all this chaos...
So it's 10 years from now?
Oh, no. This is 1,000 years from now.
Oh.
We're way ahead.
It's now, though.
Well, I'm being optimistic. I mean...
Wait. Does World War III last, 1,000 years?
No.
I
honestly don't think we're going to have World War III anytime soon. I think people are paranoid. But that could just be me being optimistic. But,
Is Sean Connery in this?
No, sadly.
Oh, okay.
I tried to get him, but I couldn't.
But he is maybe a little bit dead.
In the midst of all this craziness going on, we've got our main character who is right here, this guy with security outfit. This is Cyrus Lawson. He's 18 years old. He has had a really tumultuous upbringing, so he moved to a small, really out-of-the-way colony called Therese, and he went there to kind of be a small-town hero. He wasn't expecting any major trouble. He joined the colony guard there, but he wasn't anticipating anything major happening because it's a small colony with nothing really to offer. But at the beginning of issue number 1, his dream of being the small-town hero got ripped right from under him as the pirates of the ship Hazard invaded his settlement. They're looking for a special piece of data, and this thing is going to lead them to a treasure that everybody's got their eyes on. It is going to be a total rat race. And without giving too much of issue 1 away, push comes to shove, our boy is kidnapped by these pirates. So now he's got to learn how to survive in the underworld of the 31st century, and he's got to confront his very black and white sense of right and wrong, because things aren't easy to figure out in the future in terms of morality.
Okay, well, Dean's asking if there are outlawed days. I'm going to answer for you, because I think the answer is no, since you're in space.
That is exactly right.
There are only nights in space.
That was like my thought process. Like,
really?
When I first came up with the name, it was originally just like, it sounds like a really cool name. And then as I was like thinking about it more, and I was like, well, I think I want to incorporate the whole nighttime aspect. And I'm like, well, they're in space. Like, there's no daytime.
Yay!
So everything they're doing is at night. So it makes sense.
It came across exactly as you wanted.
Exactly.
That kind of looks like, Dillard.
Who?
Dillard?
This guy right here?
No, the big head.
Oh, that's Ivory. He is the captain of Hazard, and he's also my favorite character.
Is that why his head is the biggest head?
Yes. He's kind of the mascot for the series. And in a lot of ways,
Can you hear my dog sniffing?
Yes.
I'm sorry, everyone. Valentine.
I don't mind.
He's saying hello.
I'm a fan of dogs.
He's a fan of men. I think my dog is gay.
Does he like space pirates?
He doesn't like anything. Do you like space pirates, Valentine? Will join. He's like, I don't know. Why are you talking to me? I talk to him like he's retarded all the time because I don't know.
I thought most people do that with their dogs.
I don't know. People do that with babies, but I've never liked doing that with babies, but I do that with my dog.
I'm crazy because like I'll talk to my dogs like they can understand me. Like
Well, of
just about
course they can
anything.
understand you, but only if you talk like in the most ridiculous voice possible.
But I don't
Oh,
do that. I just
buddy.
talk to them.
Oh, buddy. Look at your little tail. What a happy butt. I love you. He's looking at me like I'm insane. Outlaw mornings are rough after outlaw nights, Dean. Yes. With outlaw mornings come outlaw flapjacks. Ooh.
They're especially
Delicious.
rough because Ivory is actually an alcoholic in the story. He's always drinking. So yeah, he gets hungover quite a bit. Well,
Oh
actually,
dear.
at this point, he probably doesn't get hangovers anymore because he's usually drunk. Yeah.
He doesn't look drunk. Valentine, why are you itching? Stop
Well, I
it.
mean, he's a handsome rogue, like.
Oh, okay.
And I think like the heart and soul of the series, like I'm hoping this is gonna be about 8 issues for this particular arc. Might
Mm-hmm.
be a little bit longer, might be close to 10, depending. But I kind of got a little bit of a Treasure Island dynamic going because the heart of the series is going to be Ivory and Cyrus kind of bumping heads a lot because they're very much opposites. You know, Ivory's very much the devil may care rogue, and Cyrus is kind of the uptight goody goody. But, they're going to have to learn to get along if they want to survive. I mean, shit.
Wow.
Well, I mean, look at what they're up against here. I mean, pirate hunters that are cybernetic.
That is spooky. Dean says it's always nighttime in space. MT says that's not how space works. Yes, it is. We just said so. If I see a single sun, I'm going to be very disappointed, says Dean. It is now Michael Plus. What? Oh, he's not MT anymore. He's Michael Plus.
I
Michael
actually
Plus
think in
what?
issue 1 there is one sunset shot.
How dare you?
I let it slip by. I know it's a sin.
A sun, la-di-da, Mr. Frenchman. Call it as you sees it, a light hole. I don't know that one, Will.
I'm
Everyone should watch this video about Snowflame, the cocaine-powered supervillain. What? Why are you sending people away? Sooner talks to his dogs like that, too. Crank? I
yeah, I
don't know what that
mean,
is.
I
Dean
love
as a single
Crank.
son. There's false advertising. Oh, okay. So who's this guy? He looks like someone that I took a picture of when they were sleeping once.
He is actually going to be the villain of this current issue. That is Wellington. He is a British officer who specializes in hunting pirates, and he's after the crew of Hazard. And so we're going to have a big old showdown. It's going to be nice and bloody. And as you can see, he is cybernetic, and as a result, he gets a little unhinged from time to time, which is where this particular cover comes into play. Because, like, I freaking love that look on his face. He's just so nuts. I
I was gonna
freaking
put
love it.
that in the thumbnail and then I didn't.
It's one of my favorite covers that we've gotten for this thing. Like, that just sums it up. Like, that's the threat right there.
Is there a guy in the sky?
Is he in the sky?
Or is it bigger?
Oh no, this is just for the cover. Like, he's normal sized,
Oh, okay, okay.
He's just
Sorry, it's all tiny on my screen because of the StreamYards thing, so I can't really tell what's happening.
Oh yeah, this is just a cover that we did for issue 2 that sums up kind of, the big to do. 'Cause that's
The big to
Cyrus.
do.
Yeah, that's Cyrus, and there's Ivory leading while they're trying to get away.
Oh my god, Valentine, stop it! It's graphic design, says some person. Thank you. Who's that?
The blonde guy?
Yeah.
That is the first mate, second in command on the ship. His name is Serpent, and he's the one who's responsible for kidnapping Cyrus in the first issue. And he's got some... We don't quite know why he did what he did. There's a little bit of a mystery there that we're going to be unraveling as the issues go on. But yeah, he is very much the ship's resident con artist. He's the guy who dons disguises and is able to charm his way into getting past security. And he's the most educated member of the ship. And he's also one of my favorites. But my favorite is still Ivory, but he would be my second favorite.
Is everybody pretty much an alcoholic?
He's not an alcoholic. He just knows how to drink.
Oh.
It's mainly Ivory.
And who's that guy?
Oh, that's Cyrus.
Oh, okay. He looks very grumpy.
Well, he is. If you were kidnapped by pirates, wouldn't you be in kind of a bad mood?
Depends on the pirates.
Well, he's straight, so
Are we talking like Tim Curry in Muppet Treasure Island Pirates?
No, we're talking about really badass pirates that are kind of like, it's like picture Ocean's 11 meets Pirates of the Caribbean meets an action movie like The Matrix or something meets westerns. I took elements of all these things that I love and I combined them, because my big thing was like growing up watching stuff, like I always loved the concept of space pirates, but I never liked the way they were portrayed usually. Like there's always something about them that I was like, I would have done this differently. I would have tweaked that. I would have changed that. So I was like, I want to do a space pirate story my way.
Do you like Outlaw Star?
Yes. And I know that the title is very similar, but that was not on purpose. I like Outlaw Star, but I didn't like the fact that the pirates used magic and stuff, because I was like, you don't need that. Like, they're freaking pirates.
But it's cool.
Yeah, I get that. I would have preferred them to be like these pirates. Would have been, but I love the action in Outlaw Star. And really, I think my favorite part about Outlaw Star was the way, was how they'd have episodes where it's literally just the crew is just like, yeah, we got to stop and get gas. Oh crap, we're out of money. We got to get some side jobs to make money.
We have to go and sell ourselves to a man real quick. Yeah.
God, that was a great series.
My favorite. Yeah. It's my favorite anime ever. When I first saw it, it was in the middle of an earthquake. So it's kind of branded into my head.
Nice.
It was scary. Some person says that this is Lupin the Third-esque, which I'm going to assume is a compliment.
Yeah, I know Lupin the Third is an anime. I never saw it.
It's kind of older. I think I was usually asleep by the time it started playing. How are you liking Kickstarter so far? Says Darko.
I like it there's some things about Indiegogo I prefer, but I think the thing I really like about Kickstarter is the whole add-on system, where like you can literally just like whatever reward you choose, you can add on extra items to it and sort of like customize your own order. I think that is really cool, and that's why like my first little reward that I put up is the $1 assemble your own, which is where you're basically all this is going to be charging is shipping really, and the $1 because they wouldn't let me do $0. But basically, you just any of the products that we got, you just tack on whatever you want, make it your own. I love that. And so, yeah, as you probably can guess, we've got issue 1 available for everybody who missed out. There's ketchup. And we've also got
There's ketchup.
Yes.
Gross.
And we got a very limited 2-for-1 special that I'm running because I had some extra issues of issue 1. So I am offering both issues for the price of just one of them. Limited stock.
Are you serious?
There were only 30. Now there's only 11 left. So get on it.
Wow. Well, welcome. Pastor Jack is here. He's one of my favorites. Because he is so pure and innocent. And he says, wow, this looks great. What is this? It is Outlaw Nights because there are no days in space.
I mean, that's a great
There's your tagline. You're welcome. Ugh. Ignore that. MT says Oded Fair as Ivory, Sam Wellington as Cyrus, Alexander Ludwig as Serpent, and Alexander Skarsgård as the bad guy.
I can see a couple of those. Believe it or not, whenever I thought of like I have imagined like a live action version of it, and I mainly thought of like Javier Bardem as Ivory.
Ugh. Really?
Well, it's because Ivory's part Hispanic, so you know.
Yeah, but I can't understand a single word that Javier Bardem is saying.
He's the most manly Hispanic actor I've ever seen. So
what? How can you say that? Have you seen freaking Mariachi? El Mariachi?
I have not.
Have you seen Desperado?
I think I did a long time ago, but Antonio Banderas is getting up there.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
Yes.
Well,
but again, poor Antonio Banderas, he's getting up there. He's like in his 60s now.
I'm almost positive him and Javier Bardem are pretty close to the same age. I'm going to look it up.
Michael T. totally agrees with you.
With me? About what?
About Javier and Antonio.
Oh my god. He was born... Oh, never mind. His dad was born in 1939. I almost just had a heart attack thinking he was born in 1939. Like, whoa. What? Never mind, though. That's incorrect. 1969. He is 54. Born in Spain. Javier Angel Encinas Bardem. I probably said all that wrong. 1969. Okay. So how the fuck old is Antonio Banderas? Let's see.
Oh,
he was
boy.
born in 1960. So Bardem is actually
9 years younger.
Only not even a decade younger. Shut up. It's barely.
Yes, but the important thing is that I was right. So, you know.
Boo.
That's the most important thing in life, is that I'm right.
It is dangerous for Jack to be here. Here. Dijon ketchup. Should I show that to everyone, Dean? That thing that I made? It's so dumb. We don't want to corrupt you, Pastor Jack. Don't be corrupted, Pastor Jack. It's okay. Survive Infinity, says Hale. Some person says, I'm a space pirate king, and it is a wonderful thing to be a space pirate king. Ooh, you should turn this into a musical.
I can't. I can't.
Why? You just said it was an opera. I was there.
A space opera. It's a
Yeah.
totally different thing.
Opera in
Star
space.
Wars. Star Wars is a space opera.
And that should be a musical too.
Well, I mean,
oh
it
wait,
doesn't matter.
it is a musical.
I mean, technically, you could count the holiday special as being part musical, but
I love the holiday special.
I do too.
It's like it's my favorite Star Wars movie.
Seeing B. Arthur singing a soliloquy in the cantina is just like the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I can't even handle how much I love it. Like the what it is, the grandpa or whatever, just like looking at weird porn, just
Yes.
like weird VI porn.
And the fact that Carrie Fisher was so high on cocaine.
Oh god, her song is the worst part of that movie because it lasts like 12 years and you want to die.
But you look at her eyes in that, and like her eyes are so glassy.
She has no idea where she is.
I think that was probably like the low point of her drug use.
They were just they gave her a sheet that had words on it and they're like, all right, sing that, and then they just didn't have the heart to tell her to stop singing. And it just kept going and going. It made me sad too because her mom was so talented when it came to singing and dancing, and she's just god awful at it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who her mom is, but
Debbie Reynolds?
Yeah, okay. Cool. I have both of her autobiographies on my shelf because Singing in the Rain is my favorite musical of all time.
I think mine was Les Miserables, but you know.
What?
Yeah.
Overrated. Did you like the movie?
Everything except Russell Crowe.
Okay, because of that last caveat, I'll give you a pass, but that movie sucked butt. Sucked butt. Darko says, Once Upon a Time in Mexico was lame. Why? Will hates the, I don't know, Mexico trilogy. I'm sure it has an actual name.
Weirdly enough, the character Serpent was like originally conceptualized after I saw Johnny Depp's character in Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
So that's a weird connection because that was a long time ago.
El Mariachi or the bad guy's named Moko. Why is that good? 60654. What are you talking about? Salma Hayek? Dude, she has the perfect body, but like she's a trash person. Fuck her.
Really?
Lol. Uh-huh.
What'd she do?
She's like a pedo sympathizer.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's because her husband owns that company. I think, what was it, Balenciaga?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Not a fan.
I mean, you know, she could have avoided that if she had married me way back in the day, but no, you know.
What a bitch. Hear that, Salma? Lord Salma. Will might get that one. Carrie Fisher's singing part wasn't part of the script. She was so high she just started singing out of nowhere. I want that to be true. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Dargo can fix her. What a boner killer. So what are we looking at here? Now that we've gone off talking about whatever we were talking about, what is this?
These black and white pages are some of the interior art. There's still a couple of revisions I want to do, but you know, for the most part, this is going to be it. Except we're going to get some nice colors by Marcos Martins, who did this coloring right here, and this coloring, and he's freaking awesome. But yeah, I wanted to give some of the samples of some of my favorite interior pages.
Sure.
Just because, like, I love Juanito's art.
Okay, so this is in space, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You know how StreamYard has, like, music that they can play in the background?
Yep.
Okay, one of their background musics is called Into Space.
I've played it before. Yep. And this is one of the first events that happens in the comic where we meet the character General, who's an old grizzled pirate. But the thing about it is, like, everybody in this story is about 10 years older than they look, because it's the future and human longevity has gotten even better.
Oh man, how long do people live? Do they, like, live to biblical lengths?
Close, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wait, Dean says what a boner killer? That's my job. I'm here to shame all your boners away. You're welcome.
That's not fair.
Well, I'd love to hear what your basis for comparison is.
What?
Of fairness in this instance.
Men need to be allowed to have boners.
No, pass.
Always.
Wow, this makes me miss elevator music. No. This is topical. This is topical music. It's a musical now. See, this is the music of your comic. It's like,
I mean, this isn't quite what I envision,
you know,
when I see like a mugging going on.
maybe it's maybe it's a super chill mugging.
One of my favorite things about working with these artists is like how I'll just, like, when I write the script, like, for the background characters, I don't really specify like what they're wearing and all that. Like, that's only what I do for like the main characters. But the artists always come up with like really cool designs for like.
Oh, so you kind of let them have freedom.
Mainly with like background stuff, like background characters and such. Like, I let them go to town for the most part, and Juanito came up with this mugger's look, and I just love I love it. It's so freaking awesome. And this is going to be a villain that we're introducing in this issue that a lot of folks who saw issue number 1's campaign were disappointed, because I was advertising this character because originally issue 1 was going to be twice as long as it ended up becoming, because I had to cut it in half in order to save money. So issue 2 is basically the second half of issue 1. So now we are going to get this character Taurus, who everybody wants to see because he is a methed out pirate captain who does not take no for an answer.
Oh man, do you know what his theme song would be?
Most likely something like hard rock, heavy metal.
No.
Psychobilly.
No. Try again.
Something that you can find on StreamYard.
No. Incorrect. No, Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind.
I've never heard them.
What?
I know.
You dropped this crown, King, says Darko. No. It's like a really it's deceptively poppy, but it's just about doing meth. But like, and it came out in the 90s, and everyone like sings along to it, and it sounds like this like fun, weird poppy song. But like straight up, it's about doing meth. They even say the word meth in it.
Nice.
And he says, "Doing crystal meth will lift you up until you break. It won't stop." So yeah.
Yeah, basically it would be music that I don't listen to.
Sweet.
Because, Because when I was growing up, my best friends all loved rock and alternative rock and metal and shit, and I was the guy who was like, I want to listen to rap and hip hop, and they would just shake their heads at me.
It was the 90s. Welcome, Hex Allen. MT wants to know what the fuck is psychobilly. It's basically like the punk of rockabilly.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it.
And I would say to me, it's like it makes me think of dudes who cook meth in trailers.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And that's pretty much what Taurus is like as a captain. He's erratic. Is he a
Taurus?
No. It's just that he's like a charging bull.
Oh, when's his birthday?
I haven't decided. Better yet, you know what? You all need to decide
when his birthday is.
Yes.
He doesn't have a birthday. He can only have a birth night.
He's an older fella. He's got white hair.
Because they're in space and there's no day in space, he can only have a birth night.
Yeah, he's pretty much your polar opposite of the kind of pirate that Ivory is. Ivory is more of the trickster, wily type of pirate. He's the no nonsense, I will chop your frickin' arm off if you tell me no kind of guy.
Oh boy.
And he does do that.
Can I get his number?
Sure, I mean, he's kind of up there in age, but I mean...
Oh no. Oh guys. He's lived so long that he forgot his birthday. No,
I'll go with that.
They only have birth nights. My dog just opened the door again. Hey Michael, I just found out I still can't enter the US without being... What?
Oh,
That's
God.
horrible, Dean. That's weird. I thought that was over.
Yeah, me too.
Dude, fuck Joe Biden.
I thought we were totally over the restriction crap.
Yeah, I thought that was like a South American thing.
For everybody who's upset that their boners were taken away, this page will give them back to you.
Dean, just go to Mexico and walk across the border. You'll be fine. You don't have to get jabbed down there.
Yeah.
They'll give you ivermectin at the border.
Yeah.
It makes no
God,
sense.
we live in such a messed up time period.
All right, what's happening here? There's a butt. I see a butt.
Yeah, this is the page that is going to give back the boners that you forced these men to give up.
Don't worry, I can make them go away again. That's no problem.
Yeah, this was a female pirate that ends up messing with our boy Cyrus.
Why?
Not in the fun way, in the I'm gonna rob you way.
What's up, yellow spider guy? Ali!
Goodness gracious.
What?
Coyote, that would be a good name for one of the pirates.
So, who's doing the lettering?
Oh, that is going to be a gentleman by the name of Eric Weathers. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's kind of obscure, you know? He's not very famous, but you know. He did the lettering for issue number 1. We're bringing him back for issue 2.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeed.
I like, Battle Brick Road.
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude is raking it in. He's doing so many books. And yeah, I put on, I know I put this image twice. It's because this is where I'm showing you the 3 posters that you can get with the campaign. We got a poster. Oop.
Hold on, though, quick. You said you didn't like magic.
Yeah.
What is
for Space
magic?
Pirate stories? No, that's technology.
Oh, it's just regular electricity.
Oh yeah, he's The idea is he's so much of him has been replaced by machinery. He's just wired up.
Oh, okay. That sounds dangerous.
Well, he's a dangerous guy. He's very...
Does he have a man bun?
No.
What
He's
is
got
that?
he's got a military cut.
Oh.
That might be
a case of me not being able to see things. Oh, it's just the more... Okay, I made it bigger.
Somebody else made that same mistake.
It's just
So
because
maybe...
it's just because it looks so tiny on my screen. When I made it bigger, I could see that, like, the letter through it and everything.
I mean, that is what she said. So, you know.
See, sort of. That one wasn't very clever. You could do better. So that's a poster. So the cover is a poster.
And so is
a poster.
Yep. I freaking love this image so much. This is definitely a scene that is happening in this issue. That was just, you know, I wanted to get some good promo images, and
It'd
Jay
be weird
Krager
if it wasn't
did this.
happening, if it was just a random thing.
Well, I mean, I have had there were a couple of posters for issue 1 where it wasn't quite something that was happening in the issue. So, you know.
MT said that it was him grilling you about the not man bun.
Yes.
The bun that wasn't. Oh my.
Yes, that is code.
Code for what?
She is, you know, I think you'd like her character, not just because of the way she looks, but, you know, she's a no-nonsense character. She doesn't talk a lot. She lets her knife do most of the talking.
Is that why I would like her?
Yes.
She doesn't talk? It's true. I don't like when women talk.
Well, also just the fact that, like, when people get on her nerves, she has no problem pulling a knife on them. She appeared in issue 1 with this badass Gatling gun. And we haven't really gotten to know her that well just yet.
She appeared in issue 1 with this badass Gatling gun.
Yes, indeed. And this actually fits what I was talking about, where this creature on her back, like, this thing was in issue 1, but it wasn't connected to her at all. It was just that the artist who did this poster saw the two of them standing together on the cover, and he just kind of assumed that the creature belonged to her. And so he put the creature on her, and I was just like, well, it looks cool. So I'm gonna keep that.
It does look cool.
Hell yeah.
Dean says, a no-nonsense female? This really is science fiction.
I know, we're so woke. This is the wokest book ever made.
Snafu says it sounds like his kind of gal. And Spider Guy's digging her rack.
Yes.
But MT says, someone buy the book so Benjamin can buy Code some clothes that fit.
Do you want her to have clothes that fit? I mean,
I guess MT does. He's very concerned.
I don't know why. But,
it does look uncomfortable.
It's fine.
In space, it is difficult to get to a clothing store.
When I was going out drinking and such back in the day, like, I would see, it would be like 40 degrees out, and I'd see women wearing the shortest, tightest dresses on earth and complaining about how cold they were. So, I mean, to me, this is believable.
Wait, but she doesn't complain about how cold she is, right?
No.
MT says either clothes that fit or none at all. Those are the options.
I haven't done nudity yet. I think
he's trying to conform to Kickstarter's standards. Buy the book. She may or may not be nude in it.
Well, also, just the fact that I think if my poor mother ever found out I did a book with nudity, it would probably kill her.
Aww. Is she gonna read it?
No, but still. She hasn't read issue 1 yet, so I mean...
Is that actually how you laugh?
That's my nervous laugh.
Oh, okay. Wow. I can tell.
Yeah.
I just made it worse. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I'm a terrible person.
It's how I exist.
No, wait, go back to the boob lady again.
That was more of my real laugh coming through.
I know. Aw, Dean's mom can't even remember the title of his book. Is it called like Hug, or is it called like Forced Smush? I don't remember either, Dean. A tasteful shower scene that's important to character development is the key, says MT. That's true. So, how important is Boob Lady to the ship?
She is, like, I originally had it to where she is in charge of like computer systems, like mainly uploading viruses. But I was actually rethinking that a little bit about possibly making her like an engineer.
Okay.
But I haven't, basically we only just met her in issue 1. Like, we don't really get to meet her until like issue 3 or 4. Because the whole thing is like, I had to kind of center on the main characters just to get the ball rolling. She mainly shows up in issue 1 with that badass gun to bail everybody out.
Mo is here.
Oh, good
Mo's
lord.
here just in time to see the boobies. Is this the stream where we finally find out what Outlaw Nights is? It could be.
I'm finding out about it myself. This is new.
Yo, Mo. So... Wait, okay, go back down. Wait. MT wants to know if the gun is made of styrofoam, or does she have other upgrades aside from the obvious ones?
It's basically a lightweight metal that's discovered in the future.
Oh, that's convenient. I like the future like that.
Well, technology's gonna improve. That's the one good thing about time progressing, is that technology gets better. It's not.
Outlaw Nights, dude.
His
name is Benjamin, Mo. Introduce yourself to Mo.
He knows me. He's seen me in a bunch of streams. He likes to heckle me.
Well, I mean, is it hard?
Not really.
You gotta not make it so easy.
I'm too nice for my own good.
That's I can see that being true. All right, go down.
That is the ship. That is Hazard.
Okay. Is it like... So why is it called that?
Because it's a cool name.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like it stood for something, or if it
originally was like... It's so weird, like, the way I came up with the idea a while back. I was like, the ship needs a fun, cool name. And I remembered when I was at the doctor's office, like, I loved the symbol for biohazards. And so I was like, I want to incorporate that somehow. And so I was like, biohazard. And then I just took off bio.
Well, it would be weird if it was the good ship Biohazard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mo says people often mistake your kindness for whackness.
I mean,
whack.
No, not for a while now. It's been a hot minute.
All right, who's that down there?
That is Kodiak. Kodiak is the away team leader for the ship, and he plays a big role in issue 1. He's leading the team in their invasion of the settlement Therese. And he's kind of the first one to interact with Cyrus.
Okay. What's that?
And this is Cyrus and Serpent together in a really cool action shot. And I thought it was a really good promo image because this issue is definitely going to have the two of them interacting the most.
What's behind them?
That is, like, I originally wanted my artist to do Hazard behind them, but he just kind of chose a random ship to do. And I really like the way the ship looks, so I think I'm going to incorporate that somehow.
Like he just made up his own ship?
Yeah, and I like the design a lot. So I'm going to be doing that.
It does look cool. It reminds me of, what was that movie with Chris Pratt and the chick from Hunger Games?
I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember the name. Was it like was it the Tomorrow something?
No, that was a different movie he was in. What was the name of the movie? I actually really enjoyed that movie. It was like they're on this ship and it like the way it moves is how like the ring goes around and around. Passengers, thank you, MT. Ah, hail, Barton number 1 is here. Corey. Welcome, Corey.
Nice.
He says Jurassic Park. Nice try.
That was Jurassic World.
What, did they go in space in Jurassic World?
No.
Oh.
It's just Chris Pratt was in Jurassic World.
Oh, I didn't see it.
You don't need to. The first one is okay, and the other two are just not worth your time.
With the first Jurassic World or the first Jurassic Park?
Oh, the first Jurassic Park is a classic.
Okay,
Can't beat
good.
that movie. But
I
the
was
first
gonna
Jurassic
say,
World...
don't make me regret having you on my channel. If you're
I
gonna
figured
tell
you
me...
already were regretting having me on.
What? No.
It's a joke.
I would have just said, I regret having you on. Okay, bye everybody. Good night. How, are you nervous about Kickstarter? Like...
So far, so good. I mean, they haven't... Like, when they make you submit your campaign to be approved, and my first thought was, oh god, like, they're probably going to find something unwoke about my comic that they're going to cancel it for. But they put it through, and I was just like, well, okay. Like, so far, it's going well. I have no complaints.
Good. So, how many pages is this?
Each issue is 25 pages. I really wanted it to be 50 pages per issue, but unfortunately that was not cost effective because this fantastic artwork costs a pretty penny.
Right.
So I had to shorten it to make it more feasible. But again, like, the artwork is so worth it. Like, I wanted to make a comic that it's like, okay, I want to make something that I would love to read, that I would get lost in, and I feel like I've accomplished that. And I think people are going to love it.
So, it can be an escape.
Oh yeah, like, biggest thing I love doing, like, I love sci-fi and fantasy where you just start, like, picturing, like, adding your own characters to it and getting lost in that environment. You know, kind of like what video games do now with Skyrim and all that. So it's like, I feel like I've accomplished that in a space setting. I feel like my story is going to be way better than Starfield coming out from Bethesda.
Is that a video game?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Damn it, Allie.
I'm sure the chat knows. You're all a bunch of nerds.
Well, I mean, the ships in The ships in Starfield look kind of ugly to me. They're really boxy.
Oh, okay.
I don't like that. I like sleek, cool
So they
looking
don't look
ships.
fun, and you know, it would be cool to watch them flying around in space.
They look utilitarian. You know what I mean? It's like
Oh, so they're like commie spaceships.
kind of.
Yeah, I hate that. What?
Yeah, there's a.
Mo says that Jurassic Park hasn't aged well. Are you kidding?
Are you nuts?
It looks exactly as great as it did the first day. It's freaking perfect.
That's actually one of the few movies I would say, like the graphics hold up.
Absolutely. I had a few years ago, I had this thing where I was like hosting movie themed tea parties with like pun names. And the very first one I did was Tyrannosaurus Rex, and we watched Jurassic Park, and it aged just fine.
Absolutely.
If it actually, it looks better than a lot of stuff that's out right now.
I would agree with that. Well, I mean, especially now, like over the past couple of years, there's been a big issue with graphic designers in Hollywood. Like there's fewer and fewer, and they're getting overworked. So as a result, graphics are looking worse and worse.
Oh, they're terrible. I hate most of the CGI and stuff that comes out. Welcome, Geek Hero Bubba.
Oh, I know Bubba.
Corey wants Starfield to be good, but I don't know. Our man Benjamin here is saying that his book's gonna be better.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just a plain old fact, but it's still gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be fun. Now, I could be wrong because this is the first game we're seeing Bethesda make since Fallout 76, and that game was horrible. So, but
I've only played myself Fallout, like the original Fallout, and then I tried their little thing where it was like you could make a shelter and like run it.
Yes.
I forget what it's called, but I do
Fallout
have
Shelter.
Yeah, I do have Fallout 4. I've never played it. I have it though.
It's good. I mean, my favorite Fallout game of all time is New Vegas. And I even tried to make. I wrote a TV pilot for a TV show that was going to combine the plot lines of Fallout 3 and New Vegas. And
how did
I
that
pitched
go?
it to Bethesda, and they basically told me, yeah, thanks, but no thanks, fuck off. And now they're
Aw.
making a show based on Fallout 4.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Does it look good?
Well, the locations look like the locations in the game.
I mean,
But,
that's
I mean-
not hard though.
Other than that, I have no idea. Like, I remember I read a while back, there was speculation that there was going to be some good old wokeness injected into it, but
I mean,
I don't
but
know.
They could easily do it where it's like funny, you know? They could do stuff like that as a joke, and it would be fine. Because a lot of the stuff in there, in those games, is funny. It's like a joke. Because I've watched other people play. And the funny shit is the best part. That and the radio station.
I just always loved the idea of like the post-apocalyptic America and like you kind of trying to rebuild. And like, it kind of took the aesthetic I loved from Walking Dead, but then it made it way more cool. And also
It is
like
way
that,
more cool.
and the fact that they were juxtaposing it with like the 1950s style.
Yep.
Like that was what made it fun and funny.
Where is it? Oh, CJ's here. What's up, CJ? Mo doesn't mean visually. He means the obnoxious child actors. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Well,
Hey,
yeah.
Christopher. They just mean science no longer believes the dinosaurs look like we thought they did back then. Oh, who cares?
I mean, I agree with that. I think it'd be cool to see them with feathers in these movies.
Corey could see Fallout 6 was going to be trash from miles away. I thought it was a cool idea.
I liked it at first because it sounded like it was something that me and my friends would have definitely gotten into, the idea of like, we're all going to team up and like build a shelter and survive out here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But yeah, like they basically just took elements from Fallout 4 and recycled them, and in a way less interesting way.
Fanta! What's up, Fanta?
Oh, I know Fanta.
Allie never really related to Fallout because she does want to set the world on fire. What? No, I don't. What are you talking about?
She doesn't want to set the world on fire. She just wants to start a flame in your heart.
What?
It's a song from the game. From Fallout 3.
Yeah, I've only watched other people play 1 and 4.
The music in 4 is actually the exact same music that they use in 3.
Oh, okay. Well then, fuck me. I suck. Fallout 76 looked like it was just a cash grab too, Corey. I mean, maybe. Yes, Allie knows nothing. I think I was asleep for most of the time when I was watching 4 being played, and I got kind of bored by the songs because it's like the same 8 songs over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, Pastor Jack jumped on the 2-for-1 deal.
Nice.
Can you reset the screen? What are that's called? Refresh?
Yes.
What's up, Felix? Welcome.
Oh, well, he did. Yeah.
Nice.
So we're up to 975. We're so close to going Super Saiyan. We go Super Saiyan once we hit 1K.
What happens at Super Saiyan?
My hair turns gold and my eyes turn green, and I get a cool aura around me.
Or do you make like fart noises for 6 more episodes?
If the people want it.
Okay. Jack likes his books like he likes his ladies. 2 at a time, says Mo. Don't tell his wife that.
Who's...
Oh. Pastor Jack. Pastor Jack is Jack Savika.
I've never met him.
He's an actual, like, real life pastor man.
Oh, good lord.
What?
He's been seeing all this sex and violence on my campaign.
He's a big kid. He can handle it. It's okay.
Captain Jack.
Happy Jack. Geek hero, not fart noises. That is full throne struggle territory. Exactly. Yeah, see? Happy Jack, right there. So, do you have a trailer?
I didn't connect a trailer to this particular campaign because, unfortunately, the only trailer I have was for issue 1, and I didn't want to confuse people.
Oh,
but
okay.
I can pull up the trailer for issue 1.
Yeah, but let's watch the trailer for issue 1 because there is that option to get both of them at once for a limited time. Are you gonna sign any of them?
I will sign all of them.
Oh, nice. I like doing that.
Oh, wrong trailer. That was the one I did myself. That was not that good.
I sign all my books, but like, if somebody didn't want me to, I wouldn't, but I sign all of them. I feel like it's standard. Like, it's not that much more work to just sign it.
Well, especially like, I think issue 1, we had about 160 backers, so it was about 160 books to sign. Wasn't that bad. Now, if we break far beyond that this time around, it might be more of a challenge, but that's a good problem to have.
That is a good problem to have. Did
No,
you
that'd
do
be-
this on Indiegogo too?
I did issue 2 on Indiegogo last year. Toward the end of the year, I chose a horrible time to launch. I launched like right before Christmas.
Oh yeah, why'd you do that?
I got overconfident. I was blinded by my hubris.
Well, that's okay.
So you
Thanks,
know.
Felix. He's sharing the link as well. Mo says, I'm surprised he doesn't have a special Kickstarter exclusive, not safe for work, ankles, and wrist variant cover.
I mean, you know, make an offer.
Where's the trailer?
I'm getting it right now.
It went away.
I got it right here.
There it is. Yay!
So yeah, this
oh wait,
is.
don't press play yet. Let me turn off the background music.
Oh yeah.
Might be weird. All right, go ahead.
Alrighty. Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Very nice. That music doesn't sound too far off from the background music.
Well, you know, I don't know what, I can't remember exactly what I told him.
What do you mean? The
When,
person who made it.
Yeah, I hired
Oh.
you know the team who did the book Skits?
Yeah, that book looks crazy.
Yeah, Karshina has a little video production company, and I got them to do that trailer. And they were asking me, like, what kind of music do you want for it? And I was just like, I want something that sounds kind of hip-hop, but kind of like maybe a little bit of a Middle Eastern flavor. I don't know why I was thinking that.
Yeah, that's weird.
But I like the way it turned out.
Well, that's what matters, right?
I'm a creative nut job, but it all works.
Well, Christopher Dominguez says that it looks cool.
Hell yeah.
Mo, I believe Jason is in New Zealand. Usable for Kickstarter? Oh, I think he just hasn't put it on this campaign for Kickstarter because it was for the first book and he wants it a separate trailer. Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah, I was gonna do a second trailer and I found out I didn't have the funds to do so. So yeah.
I made my trailer myself for free.
I did a trailer myself for the first issue and it wasn't that great.
I kind of want to see it now.
I'm a very basic editor, so I'm getting better though.
Can we see it?
Oh Jesus. I'll show it, but it's not great. Yeah.
I delight in this. How bad is it, I wonder?
It's just boring. It's not fun the way that trailer was.
Oh, does it not have music or something?
It does, but it's mostly like that was where I didn't know how to like change the size of the pictures and stuff when I did it. So it's really just like the pages. It's really basic, bitch.
Okay, well, that's okay. You don't have to show it.
Oh, I'm showing it.
Oh, now you the manager wrench is glitching. I don't. Okay, I don't know what to do about that. All right, let's see this. Oh wait,
boy.
don't press play yet, because I gotta turn the music off. There. All right.
Yeah.
That wasn't terrible.
It's just, yeah, it was boring to me. Like, I didn't have any camera motions going on, and it wasn't animated.
Well, it did what it was supposed to do.
Well, you're very kind.
I mean, I've made some terrible trailers too.
But, you know, my editing, I've been improving on my editing, especially like with my YouTube video stuff.
Oh.
Because I did some...
What are you going to be doing more on your YouTube?
Yeah. I've been on somewhat of a hiatus this year. Because it was like I was cranking out videos like every week, and I just noticed like the channel was starting to stagnate, and I got kind of discouraged and then distracted. But I'm gonna be getting back on it. My big thing is I need to narrow down more specific topics. I kind of go all over the place. And I think people prefer videos where it's like, okay, like this is the content we're getting, like this particular subject, like don't just flounder around.
Right. Well,
and so that's what I'm gonna do.
Hen is here. Taking the win. So, give me the elevator pitch real fast.
For Outlaw Nights?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. It's hard to do. It's hard to condense it, but... So, Outlaw Nights. Well, I mean, that was basically what I did at the beginning of the stream.
Do it again. There are people here that weren't there then.
So, Outlaw Nights takes place in the 31st century. Humanity has begun colonizing into outer space. History is very much repeating itself as the nations of Earth are all competing with each other over territory and resources. It's a chaotic, hectic time, and essentially Big Brother is trying to form itself. The nations are trying to exert control over these colonies, but they're having way too much trouble as space is too vast for them to cover. And so you got colonies with rebellions, you got colonies trying to declare independence, and all kinds of things going on. It is chaos. And as a result, a new golden age of piracy has been established. And in the midst of all this, we've got our main character, Cyrus, who is an 18-year-old who's just coming up. He's had a rough go of it in his life, and he's moved to a small, out-of-the-way colony called Therese, where he just kind of wants to be a small-town hero working for the colony guard. He doesn't want a lot of trouble. Unfortunately, right at the beginning of issue 1, that dream is ripped right from under him as Cyrus has to contend with a group of pirates from the ship known as Hazard. These pirates are looking for a special piece of data that is going to lead to a treasure that everybody's got their eyes on. So a rat race is forming. Push comes to shove, our boy Cyrus is kidnapped by these pirates. So now he's got to learn how to survive in the underworld of the 31st century and redefine his very black and white sense of right and wrong.
That was pretty good. I would say in the future, you should start out with, shorten it up by just saying, like, in a time of chaos and unrest, instead of
my whole background spiel.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah, look at this. Look at this. What did I tell you before it started? Points for not sounding bored with your pitch, even if you stand alone.
Oh, well, you know, Mo, he did this exact same thing the other day. He heckled me.
That's not heckling. That's downright helpful. And I told you beforehand, I said, you gotta sound excited.
Well, it's an exciting story.
There you go.
I mean,
see?
Shit.
Do dance. MT
yes,
says
it is.
A lawman of the 31st century is thrown into a world of chaos when he's abducted by a crew of pirates. Unwillingly brought into the adventures of the crew of the Hazard, they discover a threat.
Oh, shit.
You better screenshot that.
I gotta save that. How do I screenshot?
I don't know.
I'm an old man. I'm still figuring out how the internet works.
I mean, I have a weird keyboard, so I have to press this key that is orange that says FN, and then home print screen. It's all very confusing.
Okay, I think I screenshot it. I think I did it.
Well, you can always go onto the stream and, like, you know what? I will send you. Hold on one second, world. Mo is the helpful kind of bully. That's funny and true. He is very helpful. There, I'll even send this to you. I will copy pasta it for you. There you go. It should be in your DMs. You're super welcome, old man. Kay wants to know if it's based on a true story. Happy birthday.
Well, it is very much based on the discovery of the New World, so in a way.
Nice.
It's also based on my life. Because this happened to me. Yeah, I was kidnapped by space pirates.
Whoa. And you're waiting like almost 2 hours later just to say this information?
It's not something I like to talk about, you know.
Why? Did they make your butt hurt?
It was traumatic.
Aw. Well, that's sad. That could tear apart the system. It was a compliment. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. An open-faced compliment sandwich. Exactly. Win plus print screen. The Windows key.
Yeah.
Well, it's alright. I took care of it already. It's fine. It's an exciting story of a lovely outlaw who was bringing up 3 lovely outlaws, and all of them had hair and guns like their father. Very nice. Mo Big's comments are always insightful and useful, says Hen. No, I think Mo is more like a therapist. He's here to tell us the truth and make us confront those truths so that we can grow as people. Somalians aren't from space, Ben. This is the last time I will remind you, says MT.
I thought they were. I can't help it. Every time I'm around them, I think, like, this can't be from Earth.
Once. They won't be Somalian space pirates until the Netflix adaptation, Michael. Oh, okay.
Oh, that is... Oh, God. I can't wait till Disney buys Outlaw Nights, and then, like, the story gets changed up because you find out, like, when Cyrus confronts Ivory for the first time, turns out Ivory has just totally given up, and he's living alone on an island, and he's like, yeah, just don't bother me. Let me die. Let this young woman take my place.
Gross. John wants to know how many gay people are in the story.
I haven't done any just yet.
But there are boobs in the story.
I was thinking about adding gay characters, but then, like, when the woke folks started getting really uppity, I decided to make it extra macho just to piss them off.
Nice. Dig it. Christopher says Egyptians in space. Nice.
Oh,
what?
The Egyptians.
I haven't done any gay people. A likely story.
I am from New Orleans, so, you know, I can see why you would think that, but...
That is Stargate, Christopher and John. So, speaking of New Orleans, how old are you?
33.
33?
Yep.
And, like, you've lived there your whole life? You were born there?
Yep.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do want to get out of here at some point, though. I'd actually like to move to Florida.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But I don't have the funds at the moment, and I'm dealing with some really bizarre issues.
Well, it's New Orleans, so...
Yeah. But, I mean, a lot of it was just, you know, I used to be a huge drinker and partier, and so, like, I think I traumatized myself back in the day. Long story.
You traumatized yourself.
Yeah, I did a lot of stupid shit.
Oh. Like in graveyards?
I did. There were a couple of times I did stupid shit in graveyards.
What? MT says Outlaw Nights, loaded with hetero action. Nice. John wants to know where your accent is, huh?
I have a slight accent that comes out every once in a while because my dad is a Yat.
A what?
But a Yat.
What's that?
You know, the people who talk like this.
That's
hey,
not
darling.
a New Orleans accent.
It's part, like, the people from New York and the people from New Orleans, like, they have, like, they came together pretty much in the same harbor from Europe. So there's a lot of similarities in the accents. Except in New Orleans, they say darling.
Okay. Dean's looking forward to being 33. Well...
You lucky bastard.
You've got a while. As a 13-year-old boy, enjoy your teenage years.
I want to be 27 again.
The last time he strolled through a graveyard, he invested heavily in NFTs. Did you?
I got really wasted in a couple of graveyards, and a dude
and you
I
invested
knew,
in NFTs?
A dude I knew knocked over a gravestone.
That's horrible. That dude you knew is a jerk.
That was actually on prom night.
What?
Yeah.
You went to prom?
Yeah.
Why?
I want, you know, you go to prom with hot women, like that's the whole thing. I didn't go with a hot woman though, sadly.
What?
I went with kind of a mid woman.
Mid? Oh boy. You're talking like one of the children now. Mid.
I know.
I did stupid shit in graveyards too, but there are no witnesses. They're still in the graveyard. Nice, Kay. He's from Brooklyn, Louisiana.
It's
What
a
can't
similar
you do in
accent.
graveyard? I was tripping balls walking Bourbon Street the year you were born, says Pill Writer.
That sounds about right.
So, how do you feel about Anne Rice?
I have not read any of her stuff.
Really?
I know.
That actually
I have
kind of
actually
shocks me.
I've
She
been
doesn't
by
write about space.
Oh, I know. I've seen her house, but I just never I was never into the vampire genre.
Well,
Like it
house
was never
though,
my
because at one point she had like 3 houses there.
I believe the one on St. Charles is the one I've passed by.
Oh, okay. I mean, none of them are her house now because she's dead and her son sucks. But,
Yeah.
John says he thought the people from Louisiana came from French Canada. That's a true fact.
Those are the Cajuns. I was talking mainly about like folks of like Italian ancestry. Cajuns came from Canada.
Pastor Jack says also right chair. Right chair.
Yeah.
The shocking part is the prom. Who goes to prom? I only went to prom because I was forced to go to prom.
I went to all the dances when I was younger.
That's stupid. Why?
'Cause I like women.
What? There are no women at prom. They're all underage, you weirdo.
Well, they were my age. That was the
Yeah,
whole
but they're
point.
not women.
Whatever, girls. They're all
Annoying
female.
teenage females. Pale Rider has a good channel if you're interested in learning about the very interesting story of Sugar Chris. Okay.
Oh my lordy.
How do you feel about Anne Rice? I haven't read any of her stuff. And Ellie kicks him off the stream. No, it's okay. I'm more than happy to, like, okay. If he'd wanted to know, like, if you'd wanted to know, I could talk your ear off. But obviously he doesn't care, so it's fine. Whatever.
Well, my thing was just that vampires, like, I like the classic story of Dracula, and that's about it.
What? Like the novel?
Yes.
What? That novel sucks.
It was like, it was, to me, that was like the classic vampire. Like, everything else feels like it's derivative.
No, that book is one of the most boring books I've ever read in my life. I was so disappointed in that book. Oh my god, you have no idea. When I actually read the biography of Latipesh first, which probably was a mistake because I went into Dracula expecting something totally different. Which I did not get, obviously, because as I discovered, they're not related really. But I was bored to tears. It's so boring. It's like, oh, darling, I miss you so terribly as I ride across the countryside in my little carriage.
I mean, it's an old
heavens. Like, wow, okay. Fucking boring. No, that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse, because Frankenstein, or the modern Prometheus, is brilliant, amazing, absolutely stunning, and it has sort of a similar thing. So you can't say it's an older book. Shut up. That's a dumb excuse.
It's an older book.
No.
I'm sticking to it.
John says it's a mansion. I've been on the tour. Yeah, she had a couple different houses though. She had like the huge mansion that used to be a school or an orphanage or something, and then she had like a smaller house elsewhere.
I am actually related to one of Clinton's ambassador to the Vatican, Lindy Boggs. She is my cousin, and her family had a mansion on Bourbon Street for a long time that I visited, and her horrible grandchildren sold it.
Aw, I'm sorry. That is very sad. Those are terrible grandchildren. You know what's also terrible? The Geek Hero Bubba was prom king. That's terrible. Why?
I also found out that I'm descended from a lady that probably had sex with Andrew Jackson.
Wait, say that again?
I found out that I am descended from a lady, the Baroness Pontabla, who most likely had sex with Andrew Jackson while he was here. She wrote about her sexcapades. Yes.
That is a thing that I've heard now. But you know what's funny? No. What's funny is it reminded me. So you're possibly then related to Andrew Jackson.
No.
What do you mean?
Well, like I'm descended from her sister who was adopted.
Oh, so you're not
Yeah.
at all.
I wouldn't want to be related to Andrew Jackson, but you know.
Well, then you're not gonna like what I have to say now because you reminded me that the guy who founded Fort Lauderdale, Major William Lauderdale, he was sent down to Florida to ferret out all the Seminole Indians, and Andrew Jackson is the one who sent him, and he said he knew of only one man who could single-handedly slaughter all of the Seminole Indians, and that's Major William Lauderdale, and that's my ancestor.
I can see that.
You can?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I know I've gotten to know you pretty well.
What? Pardon?
You know.
I don't know.
You have a very intense personality.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. I like the story of Dracula, and that's it. And Ellie kicks him off the street. I'm sure you like something else. Ah! Abba Yahweh reigns, I love Yeshua is here. Hello. The Vampire
Shalom.
Lestat was the best book, says Pale Rider. Like, the best book of all time, or the best book of the Vampire Chronicles? Because in both things, you're wrong. That's alright. I can't hear Prometheus without thinking about the show Prometheus and Bob. I've never watched it.
Oh god, that show was so trippy.
Kay hates Mary Shelley. Frankenstein was dog shit. Now, Mary Shelley, I kind of feel sorry for her, but also I hate her because she's part of the reason why we have feminism. But I feel sorry for her because she was kind of... What?
This is funny. What?
Why?
It's just funny.
Why?
Why can't it be funny?
I want to know what specifically I'm saying that's funny.
She's part of the reason we have feminism, and feminism sucks, and I don't know why. It just makes me laugh.
Oh, well, she is, because she was raised by one of the original feminists. Friggin' Will Perdomo will tell you. We did a whole thing on it. In 1814, we took a little trip, along with Colonel Jackson, down the mighty Mississippi. What is that from, MT? We can't pick our ancestors? I'm totally fine with all of my ancestors. They're all great, and I love them. Yeah, see, this is what I thought you were saying. I thought you were saying I could also slaughter all the Indians.
No. I was making a dark joke, but you know.
Oh. I mean, look, I'm a chick, so I'm not funny. So maybe I don't see how that's funny, but that's fine.
I mean, it wasn't one of my best.
Look, my kid is half Native American, you weirdos. Like, shut up.
Goodness.
Check out her Thursday streams for more information. What? Because you're all going to Oregon with me. What? Sorry to tell your ancestor, but there's a lot of Seminoles left. Yeah, I know. And by a lot, you mean 7. That's fine. Okay, but like, so the Seminoles weren't even a real tribe, alright? Seminole just means runaway. It was basically made up of all these other tribes that didn't like they couldn't cut it being in the real tribes. So they like ran away to make their own. Which is why the Cherokee helped Major William Lauderdale kill them. There's the Barton Bros web story, everyone. Mary Shelley wouldn't have approved of where feminism went. No, because part of why she wrote Frankenstein was because she was having problems dealing with feminism.
Interesting.
The best in the Vampire Chronicles, and I'm right, hush, repeal the 19th. Absolutely not. The best in the Vampire Chronicles is probably Blood and Gold. Pastor Jack says my enthusiasm is funny. You make a statement of understanding and disdain with a lot of gusto, which made the delivery funny. Thank you, Pastor Jack. We took a little bacon and we took... What? What is... Do you know what that's from?
I believe he's talking about the War of 1812.
Oh. There are 7 Seminoles left. How we get to work?
Or the Battle of New Orleans.
Does your ancestor come out in you and you have to discipline your kid? No! Because she's not Seminole. She's freaking, well, she's not Seminole. None of your beeswax. Thank you, Felix. Everybody go check out Outlaw Nights Genesis of a Renegade Part 2. You have the option to get both of the books at once.
Yes, indeed.
For a limited time. It's an opera in space with no singing.
I mean, you've really kind of run away with the whole opera concept, but you know.
What? Those were your words.
I said space opera. It's a different thing.
It's an opera in space with no singing.
I've said it. Star Wars was a space opera.
Can you hear the people sing? No, you can't in outer space.
Good Lord.
What?
Good Lord Almighty. You need to start. You need to start reading Bitch Planet again.
Right now.
Well, just in general.
Why?
Because I missed that book. It was such a fun book.
You'd rather read Bitch Planet than hear my brilliant singing?
I don't know why. It just made me think of that.
Look. Okay? That was free Weird Alley music. That is what I write my parody songs under, that I totally write. Weird Alley Laudervick.
That sounds very original.
It is, and that's the joke of it. It's because it's not. That's I think Weird Al would appreciate that it's a parody of a parody.
That's like some Inception shit going on right there.
It's only incidental cleverness. It's not like, you know, organic, as it were. Why is MG doing this? Teen Ice Cube. Truth. If it's a space opera, will I be disappointed if there is no fat woman singing at the end? Little bit. Okay, so but there's chicks with fat breasts.
Yeah, so far nobody's really fat. You would say that this comic is fat phobic, but you know.
Buy this fat phobic comic. It will shame you.
When you're in space and there's like, you know, you got a long trip ahead of you, you're gonna work out, you know? You gotta get those reps in.
Bitch Planet is the ultimate space opera. So many fat ladies to sing. Oh, that's why you like Bitch Planet. Because it's a space opera with fat ladies who don't sing either.
I love Bitch Planet because of how nonsensical and so obvious the meta message is.
The meta message?
About how, you know, women are just oppressed.
Oh, yeah. I'm writing the unofficial sequel to Bitch Planet. I call it Bastard Moon. That actually sounds better than Bitch Planet, though. That's the funny thing. Every time we try and make fun of it, it's almost impossible because we're all just so fucking talented that everything that we say is just better. We will tragically never get the sequel to How I Beat Shaq, How I Beat Death. Probably not. You guys, have you ever owned a hamster?
A long time ago, I had... Oh, no. Those were gerbils. Never mind.
So no.
But gerbils are close.
Okay, I think I owned like 5 or 6 hamsters. But I don't remember exactly how many because I just named them all Aaron Carter.
Wow.
Right?
Oh,
brilliant.
Young girls from the 90s.
But it was so that I could like have you know, cuddle my hamster and be like, guys, I'm cuddling with Aaron Carter. So, yeah.
It's funny, like, I still remember when you had me on and we read Bitch Planet. Like, I love how when you showed me that script by Kelly Sue DeConnick, and I was just blown away at just how sloppy the scripting was.
It's fucking terrible.
How it's like she was thinking about the script as she was writing it, like she's writing out her thought process and like adding hyperlinks.
Yeah, it reads like somebody writing like a love note to a boy in their class. It's fucking terrible.
I was just so blown away. I was like, yeah, and it really, like, if you're feeling like, if you're kind of down on yourself ever, like as a writer, you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough. You just read that and you're like, think to yourself, this person has a career. And
okay, no. Do you know what? Don't read hers, alright? Go read a fucking Neil Gaiman script. Because his scripts are also god fucking awful. And then you'll be like, oh wow, I'm actually not bad. If Neil Gaiman is this shit at writing scripts, then I've got to be pretty okay. Because holy shit, Neil Gaiman is a terrible scriptwriter.
Good Lord.
If you want to see a really well-written, amazing, awesome script, go read a Chuck Dixon script. They're great.
Yeah, I've heard good things about those. Although I was a big fan of this script called, I think it's called Outlaw Nights.
Oh, would you show us the script of it?
I don't think I have it saved on this computer.
Mm-hmm. I see. I would find it interesting to look at Comicsgate people's scripts and see how they stack up.
It wasn't really like, I don't think it would, learning the format, it wasn't super, it wasn't difficult, but that was mainly because if you ever used Final Draft, like there's a little preset you can do for comic scripts, and it lays out the template for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't take me that long to pick it up.
Well, that's why script writing is easy, but it's also why I hate reading scripts. Like, if someone's like, hey, just read this script, I'm like, no! Or if someone's like, hey, edit the script, I'm like, yes, please, I will fix this.
I can, yeah.
Fat Phobia, says Dean, please, I can only get SP erect. So erect. Darko said, I think the youths say fat. I think they probably do as well.
I was alive when that happened.
Genesis of a renegade who had it made, part 2. With no music.
He did kind of have it made.
Kay enjoys Bitch Planet because Kelly Sue wrote it without Quaaludes, but you could never tell. Aw, Kay's never owned hamsters. Allie's hamsters probably ate their own faces off rather than live with the name Aaron Carter. No, they died of natural causes. Honestly, I think maybe they just like died in their cages, and then my mom just went out and got me another one the next day.
Oh dear God.
I think, I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. I was in like 6th through 9th grade when I had my hamsters. And then I tried to get fish. Like, I got a fish tank for Christmas for some reason, and I tried to get fish and a frog, and I named all the fish after my friends. Like, so I had Jessie Fish and Emma Fish and Sydney Fish. But then also I had Allie Frog, and that was like the frog, and he was so cute. And they all died. Like,
Yeah,
really close to everyone's birthday, which was strange. And Allie Frog actually died on my birthday, so I concluded that I'm not meant to have water creatures.
Yeah, I had a few pets that died that weren't dogs. I had zebra finches, and they all killed each other. I learned a lot about life from that.
Wait, can you hear Bubba said? I don't know if I can even read that. My cousin's hamsters ate each other's feet
Oh
off.
God.
And from that point forward, I never had any desire to own a hamster. they literally walked around on little nubs.
Jesus.
They walked around on little nubs.
Nature's scary.
I just see them like little balls of fur just toddling around on little nubs.
Jesus.
Thank you, Geek Hero. That's fucking hilarious. You made my day.
Good Lord.
I guess I find that funnier than literally everyone else does. That was good. Yes, you should review it, Felix. That was Dean's channel. Please never use Kelly Sue's name and blown in the same sentence ever. I'll try. Why?
I doubt she ever has.
Oh my god, I just laughed so hard that I'm actually lightheaded. Yes, the artist on Sandman did literally everything that makes those books special. Absolutely. I love the old school guys who would do rough thumbnails for their scripts. Sometimes the thumbnails would be cleaner than some of the finals. I tried to do that, but they look really bad, so I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't do that for Outlaw Nights. My drawing is like little and cartoony.
That's okay. Allie's fish all died of alcohol poisoning because Allie Frog chose not to rat them out to Allie. It was a lesson human Allie would never forget. That's true. Hello, Takame. Takame's here. Say hi to Takame.
LLC.
Yeah. Say hi to Takame.
Hey, Takame Limited Liability Corporation.
Yay! He said hi. I'm glad it brings everyone else as much morbid joy as it does my family. Mo is awesome. Who do we make fun of? Me? What were the three fish
They make fun of their cousin for the hamster eating their legs off of other hamsters. I feel like I grew up a little tonight just from hearing that.
Will you read that comment, please?
Hail to the pain anal.
Thank you. Well, Warren Ellis gave her work for a reason. Who? I don't know who Warren Ellis is. Should I know that? Why does Allie sound drunk? I'm not drunk. I was laughing. I was enjoying myself, Yellow Spider Guy. I laughed at a thing. That's why.
I know what you're saying, Darko.
That was the first time I ever heard Allie say Mo is awesome, and it sounded like she meant it. She must still be giddy from the hamster story. I do think Mo is awesome. I have talked about Mo and how awesome that I think he is, and the amazing purpose that he serves. Oh, they're talking about the Mario movie. All right, so
yeah,
would you buy your book?
Oh, absolutely. When I wrote this thing, I was like, I want to write something that I would enjoy, because I'm very picky and selective when it comes to like certain stories. There's like, I want to combine all the most awesome elements together that I can, and I did with Outlaw Nights.
So, you're gonna read your own book?
I have before, yeah.
And it brings you joy.
Yep.
Good.
I've got Outlaw Nights issue 1 on the table over there. You can't see because I'm a head on a screen, but
you promise.
It's an awesome book, and also the paper quality I chose, like, it's nice and durable.
Oh yeah, talk about the paper. I want to hear that.
It's very thick. That's what she said.
Nice.
It's freaking like, I got the thickest kind you can get for a comic book.
Really?
I ordered from Mix'em. I was like, I want whatever the most durable amount is, because I'm that weird clumsy guy that like I've destroyed so many books by accident. I'm like, I want something that will withstand a beating.
Is it matte or velvet or gloss or what?
The cover is matte.
Oh, nice. So it's like, is the cover thicker than the pages?
Yep.
Nice.
The pages are glossy, but they're it's the thickest kind they had available on Mix'em.
So when you hold it in your hand, it feels good in your hand?
It feels like a book.
Like a sturdy, thick book.
Paperback book, but it feels like a book.
Good.
It's a good one.
Well, despite the fact that it's a space opera with no music, go and check it out, everyone. I think that it's my bedtime, because I might be tired. That's probably why I look so tan. Metal reflecting the sun away? Oh, yeah, AI, couldn't put piercings in my face. That's why it only looks kind of like me.
That's weird.
I do need less color, but I liked her because she looks like serious. It's funny. It's the wrong glasses too. But anyway, Takame says it sounds like a good book. He has endorsed it with his perversions. Felix has linked.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
Oh, Takumi is a world-renowned, infamous pervert.
Well, that just means he's a man.
No, this is different. Takumi, you can link your weird erotica book if you want. It's fine. But don't say I didn't warn you.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I read what you call it, the Raging Golden Eagles book, Blade Devil, and there were a lot of boobies all over the place. Especially that third story. That third story was like non-stop topless chick.
If just the presence of boobies is perverted to you, I would suggest you not read Takume's book. Because you'll be traumatized. Like the time you got kidnapped by space pirates that you don't want to remember.
I mean, I sound tamer than I really am, you know.
Do you?
You know.
What does that mean?
Means I'm good when I'm on stream. I don't go all the way Ben.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Looking for a link. Not on my writing computer on the side. Oh, okay. Well, too bad. Nobody's gonna be able to read it. Because I'm not logged into that Wattpad, but you could probably search for it. I don't know. He really does sound like Bancroft. Boobs are a perversion.
Well, no, it was just... It was the fact that, like, it was... You know what I mean? Like, most stories with, like, nudity, there's, like, an excuse set up for it. The excuse in Blade Devil was pretty flimsy. Like, Blade Devil has a great story. I like the story a lot, but it's, like, the nudity and all, it's, like... It's almost over the top.
What's the excuse?
He doesn't really have, like, I think it's, like, in the third story, the main character girl who has ginormous boobs that are, like, they're almost comically big. Like, they're about to leap off the page and punch you in the face. She's, like, naked when she's been captured, and she's naked through the whole issue. And, like, there's a weird part where she gets, like, impaled in the stomach. So she's, like, naked and wounded. It's bizarre.
Huh. Okay. Well. Kay says that's the same smile that I actually have. Kay hasn't been watching me very closely. I have, like, a super lame, goofy smile with, like, big old teeth and everything.
Big old teeth.
Yeah, I think I look like Goofy.
No.
Nah. No, I totally do.
I don't know why. You make me think of, like, a Wednesday Addams type of person. The old version, not the new version.
There is no new version. Look, I can prove it. If I can find.
Talking about wait, you don't like the Netflix adaptation?
There is no Netflix adaptation.
I guess that's my answer.
I don't want to talk about it.
I've heard good reviews of it. I was never into the whole goth scene, so I wasn't really interested, but
I don't want to talk about it. It'll just make me sad.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, they gotta ruin everything nowadays. Like, can't leave a stone unturned.
They could, though. Easily.
They're eventually gonna find Outlaw Nights, and they're gonna buy it, and they're gonna diversify it.
Would you really sell it?
No. But I would want to make a woke version for fun. Where I would just do every single trope. Where it's like, okay, like, now the character that you love, like, now he's like a total wimp and he acts totally different from how he usually is. And there's a female character who's very angry, who takes over. And she's good at everything she does. And she'll become the new main character.
See, look how goofy I am.
I mean, you're doing a goofy face on purpose.
That's my normal face. That's just how I look.
I don't believe that you just stick your teeth out like that.
No, my teeth stick my head back.
I don't believe that. I refuse.
Why?
Illusion?
Illusion is actually a word. He's using it wrong, but I know
Oh,
what
I
he's
know.
trying to say. Allie, there's nothing wrong with your smile. If anything, it draws the eye away from your oversized novelty nose. See? Mo's here to make me feel better before I go to sleep and have nightmares about my nose. Goblin Girl, you're welcome for the live stream. Allie and guest. His name is Benjamin. This is a wonderful, entertaining break from my works filled with good humor. Wait, it's a break from humor, or this is humorous?
I feel like I've been insulted, but I don't quite understand.
I mean, it's probably not you. I'm from The Simpsons? That is like a Simpsons one. I don't be a vampire. There's no simp mode! No chimpanzees! I do have a nose. Autocorrect comment? I didn't see it. I guess I gotta go back. I don't know. I don't see it.
Oh, it was the one where you had illusion, not illusion.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Illusion and illusion are different. It's okay. It's okay. Hashtag no chimpanzees. I told him I wasn't going to sell myself, and he said he wasn't going to sell himself.
I mean, I will if the right price ever comes up, you know.
Ha! No.
Well, now that's just rude.
All right. Well, now that that's been established, what do you have to say for yourself?
That's the sign-off thing. What do you have to say for yourself?
It is right now, yeah.
Well, I am Ben, aka the Fusebox. You can find me on Twitter at Nights Outlaw. You can also find me on Instagram at Outlaw Nights. And you can find me on Facebook under my real name, Ben Fuselier, Fuselier. And sign up for Outlaw Nights. I promise you, you are going to love this book. It is action. It is heists. It is pirates. It is a Western. It's got everything you could possibly think of to love. And it's not ridiculous.
But it's also not a musical.
You can't hear music when you read a comic anyway.
Psh, maybe
Yeah.
you can't.
I went there.
Well, thank you everyone for hanging out and suffering through me. So a guy with a channel named Fusebox just happens to be named Fuselier. I know.
Yeah.
It's a coincidence.
It's a conspiracy, really, but
It is. I believe in it. It is. I guess we do. Alright. Good night, everyone. Have an awesome night. Thank you so much for hanging out and being cool. To my guest, thank you, Benjamin, for coming on and dealing with how ridiculous I am. And Being a good sport. That's always nice. I like that.
Hey, anytime you want a guest who will sputter off random humor bits that aren't always funny, I'm totally down.
But are you down with the clown?
Yes,
Okay.
sometimes.
Mo says it's a good show. I'm gonna call it a win. Will says good night, y'all. I'm gonna still call that a win because I have a soft spot for Will, so I'm gonna allow him to say y'all.
I say y'all. I'm from the South.
From the South?
Yeah,
What is it? Why does that mean you say y'all?
it's a Southern thing. Saves time.
I don't like that though.
It's
I
here
don't like
to
that
stay,
word.
Allie.
It's terrible.
It's here to stay.
Well, I want it to die.
It's just gonna come back. Stronger than
No.
ever.
No necromancy! No! Stop it! Stop it with that. Necromancy is not allowed. Bye, full X, says Darko. Alright. Good night, everyone. Have an excellent night. Have dreams. I hope you have dreams. Tell me. When you wake up, tell me what dreams that you had. I hope that they haunt you. In a good way. Anyway. Good night, everyone. Woo!